helpful. How do I do this normally? It's not the same when you do it like this. Bonjour. I bought this crap stand off TikTok. I don't know who's going to come in, but it'll stay up on there as a recording anyway. So I think we've got sorted now. I normally go live in the vertical mode using the phone, but I thought I'd do it this way. I'll be a bit upside down. Could do with being a bit taller, this stand, really. I bought it off TikTok. It's terrible. It needed to be about another 6 or 8 inches higher. And I don't know. It's just a bit shit, to be honest. Perhaps if I move it back a bit. Let's try that. Might get it in the bigger picture. So I've been buying this week, so I thought I'd tell you all about it. Because, I like to tell you all about things. That's better. The camera was too near. I bought this as an idea. It's got a... Hang on, I'll point it down towards you. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but I bought it anyway. I think I'm getting in touch with my weird side. I ain't got any chat. How do you do that? There you go. What does that say? All messages. There we are. Have we got it? No, there we are. There we go. It's working now. How are we all doing? I don't know if anybody's in yet. It says 3 on here and 2 thumbs up, so I did really well. So the title of this stream is Tricky Ricky is Lcious. How was that for a bit of clickbait? I ain't actually got any. Hello, Steve. How you doing? Steve 180S. How you doing? All right. So we should have gone out to the subscribers and everybody, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see anyway, see who comes up. What you got to remember is if you come in, they've changed all the thing around, so your name's not your name. So if I don't recognise you on here, that's not my fault, it's yours, because you can actually go into your thing and you can change your nickname, so it'll come up with the name on your account, so it's a lot easier. So I've been buying stuff. Not lots of stuff. Now, I decided the other day, I thought, well, I'm going to try Rickey out from the new one from Fluid, and I'm going to try the Neapolitan from Lcious. So I ordered the Neapolitan from Lcious, and I was really excited. And I thought, well, they'll both come on Wednesday, and we could do something then. It'd be good. Anyway, what turned up was 2 bottles of this. So me, never trust me nowadays to book you a flight, because you might find out that you end up going to the wrong country or something. I'm useless. It's a bit of a stressful week this week, but I'm not going to go into that. I've spelled Rickey wrong as well in the thing. Maybe. But so I just thought I'd come on and I'd show you a few bits that I've got, because I don't get much time to go live, really. I go out for a walk on a Monday, and then I upload that to my other channel and do all the editing and stuff like that on it. So by that time I finished doing that, it's about 11 o'clock at night, and I usually think, well, there's no point in going live now, because most of you will be in bed. So I thought I'd pop on. Anyway, I got up yesterday morning. I was just in that sleep stage when you woke up. You think, oh, yeah. And I got an email from the Aspire vendor, and it said, we've got this this GoTech Pro out. Well, I'm off away next week, and these aren't massive by any means, but by the time you've shoved them in your coat pocket and snapped the tank off them, and it just gets a bit easier when you're wandering about all day if you had something about that shape, really. So I thought I'll get myself one of them. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't massive amount of money. But the good thing is with them, they do these huge pods. So I thought I'd ordered 4, but anyway, my usual ordering standard, I only ordered 2. So these are the 0.6s. So there'd be a similar sort of vape to what I get out of this. So I'll be able to leave this in my hotel room and then have a go with that when I go back. And it'll just be easier for wandering about, you know what I mean? I've also got let me find it. I bought one of these off Graham, and the Talons from, I can't remember from where, but when I go walking, I actually take that with me. I put Onyx in it and wander off. And it's perfectly good for what you want it for. It's really light, 25 watts. decent cloud off it. It's, you know, it's all you need when you're going for a bike ride or something like that. You don't need to take a stack mech, do you? So that's my plan. I'm going to take both of them in my pocket, and then I leave the other thing in the hotel room so I don't drop it, break it, knock it off, or whatever. And that's it. Anyway, last week I bought a Magnum. I spotted Shrek had one, and I thought, well, they look good. And apart from it's a bit like, I wish they'd just made it in green or black, and just wrote the name of the stuff on there, or didn't put anything on there. But so they've made these, which I don't know. It's not the best look, is it really? But when you're my age group, anyway. So I bought one of them, but you can also get massive tanks for them as well. So the one what comes with it's got a stopper in it. Well, you can fanny about and take them out and then ruin the seal on them and then ruin your device when all the juice runs out and goes down into the bottom there. Remember where the camera is, Mickey, which is there. I've got the 0.4s, or I bought 2 0.4s, or I maybe even bought 4. It looks like a poor man's mech. Yeah, it is. I've got some not poor man's mechs, but you wouldn't really want to take them on a plane, would you? And a battery charger. When I first started, I used to, when I went on holiday, I used to take half the arsenal with me, you know what I mean? And I got bags and bags of juice and this, that, and the other. I don't know why I thought I wanted 4 litres of juice for 2 weeks in Spain, but, you know. Then you had to put all the batteries in your hand luggage, otherwise they wouldn't let you on with them. Obviously, for obvious reasons. And then you used to set it all up in a villa abroad and then just vape mouth to lung for 2 weeks. So, but I think with the way coils and stuff like that have gone on over the years, I've been doing it for 10 years now. You sort of get to the point where you think, well, I can't really be arsed. But that's a nice shaped device just to shove in your front pocket. I will stress it, I ain't had anything sent out. Nobody sends anything out because I don't want them to. Because obviously nowadays the biggest problem you have with the old YT, if you put the paid thing on there, they put it immediately behind the age gate. And when they've done that, about 10 people watch it, and then that product, which, I mean, one of these 15 quid retail, that product's for 10 people to watch it, they probably would have, 5 of them would have bought it anyway. You know, it's not really worth the postage for them, is it? So I sacked that idea off. Plus the fact I was really pissed off when they demonetised the channel because it was 4 years of work, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and all of a sudden one day it was like, goodbye. It's all right, I need to get organised. I should have got organised better before I started, really. But you know what I'm like. Hang on, sorry. If I make you feel seasick, it's like watching one of my walking videos, isn't it? Oh, 4 persons. So, that's the Type-C charging way I got. I don't know why. They always want to give me bloody pod salts. I don't like salts. They sent this. I don't like them. I just don't like them. Doozy Vapes Crystal Clear X Blueberry Sour Cherry. It probably tastes really nice, but then after about half an hour, all the nose inside was really, really sore. And I start sneezing. So, you know, I just don't use them. I never buy them and I don't use them. But anyway, they wanted to send me one, so I just ticked on one and I thought, well, I'll give it to somebody in the cab or something. So I bought some of these. So these are, again, a 6 milliliter, but these are 0.25. So I thought, well, that's a good place to put that. So I've already nicked this up. I didn't bother buying any nick because I've got loads of it, but I've already nicked it up to 3. And if it vapes like it smells, it's beautiful. And again, I ain't had this sent out. I bought it. I actually bought 2 bottles, as we've said before. And so I thought I'd fill one of those pods up with that, and I'd just give it a quick live one. I ain't put the nick in this yet, but I've got plans to do a video on both of them, a bit different. Nick salts can give me a bit of a headache at times. Yeah, prefer. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That's what I bought. I bought Freebase, and when I mix, I mix with Freebase. This is one of the things I've had. I've had the Lurgy for about a month what everybody else has had. So I'm not, don't send me any sympathy cards out. But as you can see, this amazing bottle, Fluid actually stole the labelling idea from me, as you can probably tell. This bottle's done millions and millions of miles, as you can see, because I just keep topping it up. I make it in 250 mils, and it's my infamous Posh Vape Jus, which is just some cranberry, some shock, which is I think it's a citrus-based thing that. Hello, Nicky. How you doing? All right, Dave. Hello, Mick. I just got Ricky. It's very good, mate. Just done a build to try it out. Yeah. I ain't put the nick in it yet, but I did a knuckle test on it, and I'm trying to remember what that flavour is. It's a flavour from my youth, and the smell as well, and I can't think what it is. Whether it's a mixture of things, whether it's a sort of hello, Bick, how you doing? Whether it's one of them where you walked into a sweet shop at 3 years old and you could just smell all the like foam candies and stuff like that, all going off at once. Anyway, that's, as I said, that's just some cranberry. I can't even remember whose cranberry it is, and I think I've run out. So when I ordered this, I should have ordered some bloody cranberry off them as well. And I put that Mullenbury shock. That's what it is. And I used to put quite a lot of shock in it, and then I did another mix, and I just reduced the shock because it sort of dries it out. It gives it a drier flavour, and the difference is unbelievable. But I've got loads of it left because I ain't really been vaping it, because I say everything's been mint for the last month with this bloody bug. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of these Aspire pods out, and I'm going to fill it up with that Lcious, and I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. If it tastes like it does on the knuckle, it tastes exactly like a Neapolitan ice cream. Might be better if I just change my specs. I've got old and blind, and they're very focals, and you end up doing this all the time when you're trying to read the chat. It's all right on the computer because you're sat higher than that. Let's see if these work. You can always tell when somebody's got bad eyes because their eyes get bigger when they put the glasses on. That's better. I can see you now. These are really, really easy to fill up. It actually looks like they've got changeable coils in the bottom, but sadly they haven't, so you have to throw it all away. Whether they'd have trouble with that seal, I mean, I'm not going to do it because it'll probably break it on whether they've glued it in, but to pull that coil out there, it's just a coil in the bottom of a plastic pod, isn't it? A bit like that RBA thing. So it just clicks up in there. So whether they were going to think of something like that and decided it wouldn't stop leaking or something. The usual thing, you just fill it up at the side there through one of them little things. I don't know if you've noticed, if you stream off a phone, I do it a bit now because my rooms, we don't have an heating upstairs in the house. And it means going upstairs, it tastes like Posh Vape Jus. No, it's Jus. Jus, Jus. Nick calls it gravy, but it's not gravy. Jus is a fine sauce, whereas gravy is gravy, isn't it, really? Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed if you do stream off a phone, but they've actually put it up to 1080p now. And with these iPhones, this is an iPhone 15, that's all it is, just a standard one. And they've got really good cameras, so as you can see, it's clearer than my bloody webcam. Brilliant thing. So this is the bit where I've bit all my fingernails off because I'm self-employed. And I'm just going to pull this out of here using my scissors, which will probably break it, and then that'll be a waste of a pod. And no, it won't because I'm using the wrong side, dickhead. Ha-ha! If you undo the right side, which looks like the wrong one, which is there, look. So you just fill them up. When they come, they've got one with a big bung in it, and somebody says, oh yeah, well, if you push them tabs in there, look, you'll be able to take the bung out. But it seems absolutely pointless because they throw away pods anyway. I'm just, look at that, look at that. So I'll have to just fill this up while I'm talking to you and then leave it to get going because it's a 0.25 and it'll probably burn it out. So is the audio okay? This is just a DJI mic mini on an extended handle using a receiver that goes in the bottom of the phone. And up to now, it's been really good results. So hopefully it still is. When I first started 5 years ago, to actually go live on YouTube was a bit of a job, but innovations come round now. This microphone was £27, and it's a DJI product, and they're really good. The receiver was £14. My first set of Rode mics, which were a pain to use, but really good, were over 200 quid. You young streamers, you don't know you're born. Anyway, I've just filled it up. Look at that. That's smart, isn't it? That? I say it's clear. I'll give it 5 minutes. That's what I would do, if that was just a normal coil, I would drip some down the top, but I don't know if it would be able to get rid of it. So where's the airflow then? At the bottom or something? It's already bubbling anyway. So I'll get 5 minutes and then we'll go with it. Who else is in? Say we've got 6 people. Obviously, you can't tell who they are. I thought we'd have about 10,000 in by now, because obviously I'm the vaping god. You know, I've got devices dotted about all over the place. It drives my wife balmy because I've got about 4 or 5 bottles of juice on here and bloody devices all over. These Aspire pods make these seem tasteless, and these are pretty good, aren't they? These what's this one? 0.4, the 0.4 Vapresso pod. I keep forgetting where the camera is. It's over here. They're usually fairly good, but these Aspire ones seem to get a lot more flavour than that. I do like these. But you get the odd faulty one, and if you don't watch it, it dumps all the juice down, and you think, I knackered one. And then somebody said, if you've got some isopropylene alcohol, just squirt it down inside. It was auto firing and making all sorts of noises. Nice. I can't even tell you what juice is in that. I think I'd run out of pods for the other one, so I just filled this up, and then the pods come for the other one, so it never really got anywhere. It tastes a bit like Onyx, but not really. I've been vaping that Onyx now for as soon as they started making it in long fills. So I've been vaping it for ages, and it's nearly a daily, especially with having this lurgy, because you tend to like something with a bit of mint, don't you? Or a bit, like mentally or something like that. That's just dripping out there nice now, but I'm going to give it a bit longer. To soak that, I've got the urge to, what do you reckon? Shall I drop some down there? Because say I don't know, it's going to obviously set its own wattage, and I don't want it to burn that bloody coil out. They're not that expensive, but you can't get them around here. I want to drip some down it. You watch, I'll wear it out. Now it'll fill up. All right. What we used to do with the other ones, the Vapresso ones, is block the airflow off at the bottom, and then make them so they were like you were unable to vape through it, and then just give it a good old chug, and it sucks it through, gets them through quicker. It looks fairly wet that now, anyway. Don't try this at home, kids. Now that works. Look at the difference. It's wet now. Get on. Right. There's actually a mouthpiece for these. It is a mouthpiece, not a drip tip, is it? And it looks like it's wants connecting up to a pipe and turn it into a shisha. It's quite cool, actually. But I noticed when I was sat there, even though I hadn't smoked for 10 years, apart from when I go to Benidorm, I have a few facts. There we go. We're in. You actually tend to hold it like a big fat cigar. Anyway, how's your weather? Who wants to talk about the weather for a bit? Cloudy. On the knuckle, because it's a strawberry, isn't it? Strawberry ice cream and a vanilla and then chocolate. The prominent thing, obviously, on the knuckle is like a creamy strawberry. Can't taste the chocolate really on the knuckle. It's bloody nice. I'd like to get some concentrate and put it in a glass of milk. It's like my first mech. Got it from Toys R Us. If you want to, you can have flashing lights as well. Imagine this. You've been vaping? No. It's lovely. It's that in the pictures. If you don't like fruit, you won't like that. If you're one of these sort of tobacco-y vapors, it'll be far too exciting for you. I like a nice burley. All right, well, you don't want this then. It's lovely, yeah. Again, it's only had the nick in it for a day, I think, or something like that. And I always think with e-liquids, as you're taking the top off and keep filling up or keep dripping or something like that, they do actually change the flavour, don't they? They mix in, even though it's been steeped before it come out, because Faddy's fastidious about it. Look at that, eh? They definitely do get a deeper flavour as you add them, but that is nice. The chocolate in there is not a dark chocolate. It's the light, sort of cocoa-y ice cream chocolate, obviously. I'd like to try that on a mech as well. I've got some really nice ones, so I'll probably try it on there and see if the difference changes. Because the only problem is with pod devices, I do think they're very nice, but you don't get the depth of flavour what you get out of a mech or like an RTA or something like that. It's typical Faddy. It's quite sweet, but it's really nice. I do like Neapolitan ice cream, which has been something that's come to me over the years. Because originally, when I was a kid, there's no way you get me to eat chocolate ice cream. But I think now what I tend to do is you'll get a scoop of the sort of vanilla and the strawberry, and then you pop it in the chocolate. It's always the last one to be left for me, but it's lovely that. Good to the wife's out, isn't it? Can you remember the old Met 4 golden ticket chocolate e-liquid? Used to love that. No, I can't. No. The first chocolate one I ever really tried was that one of that chocolate eclair one that Fanny did, because I was quite lucky. I was reviewing at the time, and they sent the full range out. And I've still got some left, because what I tend to do is I don't sort of vape it all, and a lot of it it don't get left and thrown away. It just gets left, and then I'll go back to it, at a different time. They've sort of got the ice creamy taste with it as well. I'd like to know how to do this. I'd chuck a few things in a bottle, and it means I've got some nicotine and a reasonable sort of flavour vape. But how they get the complexities of all these flavours together is just beyond me completely. It's definitely a talent. It's not a. I think you must know flavours before you start. You must be interested in the putting them together. Because I say, I just like, oh, that tastes of cranberry, that tastes a bit like that, and off we go. And I say, I don't smoke anymore, so that's it. But there you go, look. It's nice. It's a win. I'm pleased I got it. When was the last time you ever bought an e-liquid and you said, oh, God, I can't vape that? That's the thing, though. I've sort of made some that I can't vape, but I've never actually, for a lot of years, bought one. That was a bit of a thing when I first started 2016. It's 10 years last month when I first started vaping. And I was quite an easy sort of target. I'd go in the vape shop and I'd buy absolutely anything. And some of the stuff I bought was just bloody rubbish. And now I tend to sit back for a long time before I ever sort of buy anything and have a look. Apart from that, that was a bit of an impulse thing. I just go into the room. What device am I using? Outdoor painting. How are you doing? This is the Aspire Magnum. I don't know whereabouts you are in the world, but if you buy this in the UK, you'll get a 2mm pod, which isn't brilliant, but they are available to get the 6mm pods. This is a 0.25 one I've got now, and I've also got the what's this 0.4. So that's a bit more sort of less cloudy. Good flavour on them though for pods. So the only problem is with these, you don't buy coils, you have to buy the complete pods. So they're about £3 each. And I ain't had it long enough to tell you how one lasts, to be honest, how long one lasts. So I just wish they'd made one for old people, like dulled down, not put the designs in them or anything like that, just made it in just that plastic dark or smoked plastic or something. Wrote the name of the company on it or something like that. But because so you get to a certain age group, you don't think, what's it doing, not doing his mouth. But for a pod device, that's really good flavour. That's 70-30, yeah. Yeah, 70-30 juice. It was 70-30 when it came, and that's what I put in. I put 70-30 Nick, so it's somewhere near there, isn't it? But that's the one. Lcious. Available at Modfog. You're not supposed to say that because otherwise you get a strike. They'll switch me off now and kill me. I have the airflow turned down to about there. Let's turn it wide open. See what it goes like. Well, that's not bad. On that 0.25, on the 0.4, I had it turned down to there. That's all right. They are a little bit noisy. I don't know how they get the juice up, but it sounds like there's a pump in there. Just let you have a listen. There's like a buzz that comes from it. Now that's opened it up. That's better. I can't stand all these bloody clowns now. I don't know about you. It's trouble, isn't it? Chucking it down again. Like you can do anything about it because it's not Apple that make weather, it's nature. Does your wife ever argue with the phone? You said it wasn't going to rain, and it is doing. I don't think they can do it about that. What was that last one? I missed it. I don't think you can get them back, can you? Oh, there we go. It's internal battery. It's 3,800 milliamp hour. So chances are it's got a 21700 in it. That's what I'm guessing. That's what it feels like. But it's just rechargeable. So it's 3,800 milliamp hour. If you look on the channel, if you're interested, there's a actual sort of walk round of it. Shows you the what you get. So obviously I bought it. I keep saying I bought it because I did, and I don't want them to, because they get really funny if you think you're promoting stuff. Well, this is mine, and I like it. Perfect thing if you like to go on holiday and you've ate mouth along all day, and you don't want to take a load of stuff with you. If you took that with you and a couple of pods, you would get your evening vape when you sat outside your villa in the warm night, and that would do you. It comes with a couple of mouthpieces. I say one of them's longer than that, and it looks a bit like you can sort of imagine it being connected up to a bubble pipe or something like that. That's what it looks like. They're doing a range of colours and a range of designs on the thing in the middle. I sound like the bloke off TikTok Shop, don't I? If you want to do a TikTok Shop, you've got to take your microphone out, put the phone across the other side of the room, and get the dog to bark and shout. They're only about 30 quid. That's what they are, then. And it comes with the pod that comes in it. If you're in the UK, it comes with a 2mm pod. But if you look about, you don't have any problem buying the 6mm ones, and they come looking like this. Well, they come looking like this. I might as well show you this instead of taking it out of the box. That's what they look like. At first, it looks like it's got a chuck cap. That's all it is. I'll show you. Otherwise, there's no point. That's all it is. Pod fits into there. So basically, that's a battery. Airflow's on the side. Things at the bottom. You can actually switch the device off as well. You can switch it off, put it into normal mode, and that pod just clicks in there. You screw that on. You can even have it on. I'll show you. If you want to be the man at the disco. So that's a bit. I'm not really keen on that side of it, to be honest. Sort of looks like a toy, if you know what I mean. But the flavour what comes off it is somewhere near spot on, really. If you're used to vaping mechs, it's not quite as good as that. You know, if you're used to vaping RTAs, it's not quite as good as that because you always get that slight cotton taste with anything if you usually normally vaping onto premium coils and that. But just for a little thing. That's a 0.25 pod. They do a 0.4. I think they do a 0.6. You'd have to have a look. That's the Aspire Magnum. Obviously, they call it Magnum because it's massive. But say you can put that in your pocket. Not red hot. No, it's not. It's not cold. You know, it's like a sub-ohm vape. You know, like a sub-ohm stock coil vape. That's what it tastes like. It's warm enough. I presume that it sets its own wattage as well, so there's no option for that. There's no meter on it to tell you what, you know, how many watts it is. But it's not cold. I say I'm not selling it. I bought it, so it's one of them things, isn't it? Is it worth the risk of that sort of price? Got to be, isn't it? Really, 30 quid. It's not even expensive. So let's move on to these. I'm just going to do a knuckle test on this. I can't vape it because I've nothing to vape it in. So I've got some plans to do some pretty cool videos about these. I like the lads at Fluid. They've been really kind to me, really nice people. When they released the initial one, we all got a few to try. I've actually bought some. I've been vaping their Onyx for ages and ages and ages. And on the knuckle, this is probably my joint favourite just the same. Now, so I ain't vaped it. But you usually know with these lads, it'll be fairly sweet. Not over sweet, but they use the sweetness to get the full flavours coming out of the e-liquid. And this one tastes and smells amazing, but I ain't vaped it yet. I can't remember what that is. If you run a vape shop, it's a good relief to talk to a fellow vape. Oh, hang on. Oh, you've gone. Can I get you back? I can get you back. I run a vape shop. It's a good relief to talk to a fellow vapor that knows exactly what he's talking about. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. I've been doing it 10 years, and I've listened to a few people. I must say, now I'm only talking about the really big ones at the minute. You just have to be a little bit careful at the minute. I bought a product the other week that I didn't even need, which was 40 quid. I'm not going to say what it is because you'll know what I'm on about. But just be true to yourself. If you're buying a new product, get it first, try it out, and then see if you need to change it. Because I did it on the recommendation of somebody who was a big reviewer. And I think they must be friends, to be honest, because I got a better experience with the original thing that I bought than I did with the next thing that I bought to go in it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go on then. What flavour is that? What I'm thinking, it must be. I'm like when you go in the pick and mix. I think that's what it's reminding me of. And you get them big, really flavoursome, sort of chewy things that you're not supposed to have when you're older because, they're for kids. But you always spend a fiver on because you could afford it now. I bet you get about 20 in the bag and it's about 12 quid in it, really. That's the truth, I suppose. I'm not spending much, and I think that's what it is. I think that's the sort of thing that it's coming up. You can sort of taste that lime in there, zesting it up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got. If you saw me in my room, I've actually got like a room full of RDAs. I've got Purge Mechs. I've got Exomes. I've got the Bogan Mech. The Lascar V2. I've spent hundreds of pounds on vaping, and that's what I sort of look at is things to do when to use when you're traveling. Because the problem was when I first started 10 years ago, if you bought something that was small, it was usually rubbish, or it was never as good as the stuff you'd got. It's like this little GoTech thing. I'd never thought of buying that, but I just want something that's going to slip in my pocket, and I'm going to be able to walk about vaping without having a big tank stuck out the side of my thing. And and I suppose certainly in England and in Europe, years ago, if you were stood there blowing a big cloud, people were interested in you doing it. And now, with the misinformation that goes about, they start doing this, and like, what are you doing that for? You'll die. You'll get popcorn lung immediately. Yeah, well, that's well, good lad. Mine's small, but it's lost interest. I dug out the old Recurve V1 last night for a few rips. Enjoyed it too. Probably not used it in 2 years. That's right. I bought that Recurve 3. And it seems really nice. But I know Mike's bought the single coil thing for it. So I didn't like it. Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah. So you're one of the original modders. See, that's a long while before my time. I always said when I got going, I wouldn't buy a mech because I couldn't trust myself. And within a short space of time, obviously, you know the coils that you're buying. I can't make my own coils. I can wind wire up, but I can't actually physically make the wire to wind up. And you sort of, you obviously you pop the RDA onto a regulator just to make sure it's not shorting out, and you can have a fantastic vape with them. And it's obviously all about your battery wraps and stuff like that. You just have to watch stuff out like that. And if you start getting into series, obviously, don't you have to be. I had a rule breaker, which is like triple 21700 series. That was just mental. God knows why I bought that. It's like vaping a volcano. And I had a diagnosis of high blood pressure last year, and if I vape too hot, I get a terrible headache with it, and it's probably to do with blood pressure. You know what I mean? And not saying it's the combination of the two. It's nothing to do with the vaping. and it doesn't make me feel brilliantly well, to be honest. So I've sort of got on, and I vape these most of the time. These are little Albriques, a little alien in there, about 0.5, 0.6. That one's actually a 0.68. I think that's a crackle coil from Canuck Coils. Yeah, I've got a Saga. I've got I've also got a Purge slam piece and a Purge stacked. And I bought the slam over here for 400 quid. And then I went to America, and I actually went to Purge. I went to Orlando, so I drove to Purge. And it looks like I'm going to have to go because my brother's on the phone and my parents aren't very well. So we'll have to carry this conversation on some other time. Sorry to cut it. Oh, no, he's gone. We'll have another 5 minutes. Just bought the Dopfo Flipside Squonk and the Torrent Solo RDA single coil for 12 quid to go with it. There you go. That's the thing, isn't it? There's some stuff you can pick up. I like that recurve. That 3 is good. I ain't really used it a lot. It's another one of them. I just thought I bought the silver one rather than the black and green because I thought, well, it'll go better with the XM. I was tempted to buy the black and green one because I thought it was really cool, but it's when you get it and you've got to live with it and it doesn't look right on your device. It might have been all right with blue. But say, I set it up. I don't know if I did it on a live stream or I did a video on it, and I've never used it. I like that other little thing. Yeah, Recurve 3 is nice. These one are selling them. They're about, I think, they're 28 quid. If you get the black one, it's a bit more expensive because he's obviously stuck a premium on it because it's trendy. But it's decent. It really is decent. Decent airflow on it. Really well built. They've shaped the build deck so it's sort of like that. And the idea that your juice is going to drip off straight back into your wells. So if you use it as a squonker, it's going to refill itself. It's going to go back into the tank and you're not going to flood all the time. It's a nice device. It really is. I can't think what it is. Is it 25? It's not 28. And it's not massive. But it's good. Right, I'm really going to have to go because I said my parents aren't very well. And my oldest brother's ringing up. So I really need to find out what misery we've got today. Thanks for popping in, everyone. And hope you've enjoyed it. So obviously, I don't sell vape gear. I ain't done this to sell it to you, but I do like the people that make it, and I just thought I'd tell you what I bought, and I'm getting on with it. So we'll pop back. Should be on tomorrow night with Benny if everything's going all right. Big love to you all, and enjoy your afternoon.